What's going on, everyone? It's Green Zero back here once again, bringing you another Command and Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. And that's right, another VOD here today. If you haven't seen my Hall of Fame Revival series, it has just started. It should be on my channel right now. Go and see it. I'm not sure if I'm going to have that as the highlighted video or this one. They should be uploaded at around about the same time. Anyway, I did say I would continue to do current games, and here we are. This game is on the popular replays tab, made it there so fast. And we have eXs.iLLusion, who is better known as Enosh or Warmech. He uses those two accounts pretty heavily there, mainly Enosh. And we have Machine here as well, playing as it's Nod Mirror, and Machine is Spectre. So we're going to have Spectre, and I'm going to call him eXs.iLLusion because that kind of sounds a little bit cooler than Enosh. Maybe I'll call him Enosh, I don't know. I'll try to keep it simple here. Anyway, let's jump straight into this game. We have eXs.iLLusion starting in the north here, and obviously Nod Mirror. If we jump right down here on Dust Bowl, very nice map indeed. It's the only map where the spikes are super risky because they're both the same distance away from each other, and it's really anyone's game. Is anyone going to shadow team? That's the question here. Spectre not going for shadow teams. No, he's going for a refinery. Same here from Enosh. He's going for the right hand spike, and looks like Spectre is going for the left hand spike. Not quite a good idea actually, because Spectre is closer to this structure and he can gain this structure and just about prevent scouts from capturing that. So if you're on the bottom, it's actually beneficial to go for this structure here in a mirror of this kind. If you're against Scrin though, it's probably better to go for this one because the ground is very flat, and over here the ground is not flat. This area here is gravel and it's up and down, and your scouts will lose line of sight from buzzers and they'll just go up and down and bam and kill them really fast. You guys know what I mean. There we go, actually moving up and down over the ridge there. But again, it's oh, look at this. Enosh has actually sent 2 scouting squads down here, but they are going to be cleaned up. And Spectre is going to grab that, no worries. No booby trap coming on down on the spike. He's just going to flat out capture that. Is Enosh going to do the same? Yeah, he's going to flat out capture that as well. So he got this structure here. Unusual considering Spectre is closer to that structure. You would have thought he would have at least sent 1 scouting party down there. He may be planning on buggy scouting. This doesn't look like a buggy though, and Enosh has another scouting party down here. Went for a fair bit of scouts. Obviously concerned. Oh no, wait, he's going to bike rush. So that's why he sent the extra scouts there. Doesn't want Spectre seeing what he's doing. Spectre's not going to be able to see what he's doing. He's got a scouting squad over here, but they're a long way away, and they're not going to be able to detect the bikes before they even make it to the base here. So never mind. Oh, look at this. Spectre's actually got a bike out as well. 1 bike. Is he going for a refinery? It looks like he may drop a refinery. That may have just been a single bike. No, he's got another bike. It's going to be 2 versus 1 here. What's Enosh going to go for? He's actually going to go for Spectre's bike. He blows up his own bike in the process. Oh man, they got splashed. They got splashed, and you got to be careful about that. You can blow your own bikes up if they're firing at targets next to one another, and that is exactly what happened. So it's 1 for 1. So no big deal there. Has Enosh got a second ref down? Yes, he does. He's got a 3rd harvester out, a little bit behind Spectre because he went for the extra bike, and Spectre just seemed to smooth his economy out a little bit better. Enosh does have a scouting party here. That, and Enosh did go for more scouts, so that's probably why he's a little bit behind. Obviously, those 2 bikes were just a decoy. He didn't go 3, which is really the minimum you need to build to kill a harvester. So going with 2, maybe he wanted to think that there are more coming and Spectre would overcommit, but no, there are actually 2 bikes here, so maybe he did build 3 and the 3rd one just never got there. This is going to be a harvester. Looks like iLLusion is moving his Conyard, redeploying there. He's got build radius to about over here somewhere, so he's probably going to drop a ref there. Looks like he is queuing a ref that's building a little bit too slow to be really anything else. And it looks like Spectre now is going to attack this spike here, and that's going to force Enosh to do something. And there you go, I've switched to calling him eXs.iLLusion to Enosh again, so I'll try to keep it consistent there. Looks like another 1 bike for 1 bike. Oh man, very technical here on the losses. It looks like he saved a spike, sacrificed a bike though, but Spectre on the other hand lost a bike as well, so it's going to be no biggie there. Spectre has moved his Conyard here. Does he have 5 and 2? He does have 5 and 2 indeed, so he's going to be sitting pretty. More bikes coming out now. What's he going to place down? Looks like another refinery. There is a 6th harvester over there. By the time that harvester fills up its tanks, the refinery will probably be done. Let's see if Spectre manages to keep it there, because it looks like it's going to be a little bit too fast. And another harvester. He's pulled that one off the line, so he hasn't rebuilt another one. He's just pulled it off the line. Is he going to micro that harvester back? No, he's not. Oh man, that's just a very long turnaround time. There we go. He turns it around now, but still a little bit off the ball there. Not going to matter too much. We have a bike here from Spectre running through. It will be destroyed, and it looks like more bikes may have gone to the left there because those other bikes there are damaged. Bikes. Oh man, everyone's like, what's going on? And apparently Luna Starshine, if she even plays this game anymore, for some reason likes it when I say bikes. I'm not sure how everyone else says it, but that's how you're supposed to say it. And I noticed people on my channel, I do read all the comments, and someone said they love my accent. To be honest, don't didn't realize I had an accent. A lot of Aussies don't really have that much of an accent, if anything at all. Anyway, but that's nice. I guess I've got a lot of Europeans watching my channel here. In fact, I've actually got, I think half of my YouTube channel is actually Americans. I've looked at the analytics, and yeah, Americans are just like cranking my channel there, and I've hit over 400 subscribers. Yay, go me. And the StarCraft commentators are like, yeah, big deal. Get like 400 subscribers with every new video. What's happening over there? I am not focusing on this game there. Bikes taking on Scorpion tanks. They are one volleying them just about. 2 Scorpion tanks down. They're going to have to pull out. There's too many Scorpion tanks here from Spectre. He's there. He's going to have to retreat. Something was happening over here. It's just a buggy scout actually, and some bikes moving down here, but it's going to be the same story. Oh man. It's going to be bikes versus Scorpion tanks, and neither side is going to get a heads up. But Spectre is going to overcommit, I think. He's running through, and oh man, he's going to lose all his bikes. He got nothing. That was terrible. At least Enosh saved half of his bike squad, and that's going to allow him to rebuild a couple more and continue the bike harassment. He's still got 4 bikes, so that's a lot. He can just quickly pump out 2 or 3 more, and he's got a harvester hunting harassment force there, whereas Spectre now has nothing but Scorpion tanks. Going for dozer blades. Hasn't got, oh yes, he does have a second ref. Didn't see it tucked away over there. Probably just far away enough to not get catalyst. It just reminds me of this one game in a tournament we were commentating on a live stream where I think it was Technique dropped, yeah, it was Technique and Johnny Calcina. Don't ask me why I have such a good memory, I just do. Technique dropped a catalyst between Johnny's refineries and didn't get anything. He got no refineries and no harvesters, and everyone laughed so hard, even Technique. But being Technique, he didn't care, and he still absolutely annihilated Johnny there. And I'm talking about other games when I shouldn't. Where are these bikes? They're down here. See, Enosh has just rebuilt. He's got 4. He's just rebuilt 2 more bikes, and now he's got a sick bike attack force here, because he didn't just sack all his bikes like Spectre did. I'm not sure if Spectre thought he could push through. He was probably thinking he could push through, but Enosh had more Scorpion tanks back at home, or back behind the line over here. Oh, Tech Center down now. No, oh, Dozer Blade's just done for him. Selling off a refinery over there. What was that? Something stealth. I know that was just collapsing randomly. Must have missed it. Looks like Spectre is pushing a lot of Scorpion tanks. Does he have a tech center? He is going for laser capacitors. He's got to be going for laser capacitors. Oh, there's going to be a fight over here. Enosh not looking to engage there. He's severely outnumbered, and Spectre's going to chase him and punish him and get a nice couple of easy kills there. Enosh does not have enough Scorpion tanks here to fight this force. He's completely outnumbered. And as far as positioning goes, not that good. But what's happening down here? Oh, Catalyst. He got both the refineries. I thought they were way spaced too far apart. But he gets them both, and Spectre's going to be reeling over there. He's going to be like, no, that's not good at all. And all of a sudden, Enosh, keeping his scouting party in check, even though he lost that Scorp tank battle somewhat, he's still going to be alright. There's a lot of Scorpion tanks moving across the field here. If Spectre can get his laser capacitors up and done, he may be able to go through, because I don't think... Oh, he's going for laser capacitors. Enosh is going for laser capacitors. They still are way off, though. Probably going to be done by the time Spectre gets here anyway, but Spectre has about twice as many tanks as what Enosh does. Enosh has his base in support. He probably, no, he doesn't have an obelisk queued, but there's the bikes going down into his base right now. There is no ref here, and Spectre is fully committed. He's not even queuing a ref, he's queuing one now. Oh man, he's in all sorts of trouble. His Scorpion tank army is not engaging, and that's going to cost him now, because Enosh, his Scorpion army has built up quite a bit, and he's going to be right. He's going to be in a good position here. He's sniping down the tanks on the edge of the fight here. The bikes didn't move all the way through. There was no harvesters to kill, so they just kept going. And oh, watch out, Spectre's got a nice concave here. He's got a nice cone here, and that's going to allow all of his tanks to fire, and Enosh is going to be forced back. He needs an obelisk. He's got something queued now. I'm hoping it's an obelisk. It's going to really help him out, because it just about one-shots these Scorpion tanks here, and it's lasers versus lasers. There's the obelisk, and Spectre is not going to be pleased to see that. Really, he needs to kill Enosh right now, or he's basically dead. Enosh has not expanded, so I don't know. He's just got to... Oh, he should be... He's sold off the obelisk, and I think he's over-committing here. He's pushing too far forward. A lot of Spectre's tanks are very heavily damaged. There's about 6 or 7 tanks which are basically on fire there, so he's going to be alright. Maybe without the obelisk, he's going to be okay. He really could try and chase down and punish Enosh there. Not Enosh, punish Spectre. He's got his bikes back over here. He's going to have to do something about that. Those bikes still causing him problems there. And he's going to go through and just fire whatever he can. Spectre's base completely in tatters. And I'm not sure how he's going to win this game here. I have a feeling that it's not going to end quite now. It looks like Enosh is like, alright, we've scared off those Scorpion tanks. I've got a pretty sick force here. I'm just going to expand and send those guys out now. So he's getting ready for the big counter-attack. And Spectre, he pulled all the way back. He didn't commit to the attack. He's got a lot of tanks here. He's got enough to really defend himself with as long as he gets repairs. So that's bad for Enosh. So many of those tanks got away while they're on fire. He really could have punished them. And now he's moving through, crushing those guys. His spike is gone, but so is Spectre's. And he's going to drop that power plant now. Spectre finally has a refinery down. He sells off his tech center. That is risky. That's a gutsy move. He obviously needs more Scorp tanks. He's got the upgrade, so he doesn't need his tech center. Of course, he's going to lose the ability to drop obelisks and any other kind of tech structure there, or build any tech units, but it looks like he's just planning to continue with the Scorpion tank production. Enosh suffering from not, obviously, with Spectre containing him there for a short time, didn't get his expansion down as soon as he would have liked. He's building a refinery now, transferring the harvesters over. That's good, none of them are actually full there. He's got a couple over here, just bringing Tib. He could sell one of his refineries off, and look at this, forming up. He's in a nice formation here. Is it going to be good enough for Spectre? Spectre, oh man, look, his tanks are all in a massive cone again, and he's going to have better positioning, but he's pulling back. Enosh is pulling back here, and Decoy Army goes off. Does not work. Oh no, that's got to be bad for him. And looks like Enosh, I think he needs to be careful. He probably sees this many Scorpion tanks and is like, whoa, how can he possibly have this many Scorpion tanks? But I mean, really, he sold off his tech structures, and he's got another ref. He's got 2 refs down here now, and he doesn't need to expand. This is the thing, Spectre doesn't need to expand yet because he's still got all this Tiberium here that he couldn't harvest, and he's obviously got more of his money from leeching and selling all his tech, of course. But yeah, really, Enosh, I think he should transition. I really think he's got to transition. If he puts something else with his Scorpions, if he just tries to outscore Spectre, which would actually be quite interesting to see, just a stupidly large tank battle in this game is going to happen, because these guys here, I mean, Enosh has got about 20 tanks here, and now I'm going to start counting them: 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. He's got almost 30 tanks there, so I completely underestimated that, but Spectre's probably got more. He's probably got 35 tanks, so he's got a lot of tanks, and it looks like his positioning is a little bit better on Spectre this time, although Spectre is trying to encircle and destroy him. But now the reverse moves in on. I don't think Spectre should follow. This might be a bad move from a lot of his tanks back here are not firing, where Enosh's, all of his tanks are basically firing, especially on this flank here. That's all he's got to fire at. He's actually going to retreat. No, he's going to turn around and go forward now. It's all about positioning it. Oh man, Spectre turning it around, has a massively wicked position now with a huge concave moving in, and Enosh screwed that totally. Not so much his fault there, but oh man, look at that. He got just annihilated at the end there, and he's in big trouble. How's he gonna defend this? He's got avatars coming. They're a little bit late. There's a Redeemer coming, but that is never going to get out these Scorpion tanks. If Spectre realizes, he obviously can't see this, but he is just going to roll in and just say, hey look, Redeemer Engineering Facility, I'm just going to wipe that totally. There is 2 avatars here, but that's not going to be it's not going to be enough. There's too many. There's an obelisk coming in now. He's just going to try and hold the line and just dig in, and then there you go. He's being forced to sell that Redeemer Engineering Facility there, and he's going to try and focus down these avatars. I'd imagine he has the laser capacitor upgrade, so those avatars won't last too long. If they double beam, that'd be nice. Of course, the obelisk there still going, just one-shotting these tanks down, and Spectre needs to do something about that. Right now, drops it straight away. That's nice, and another avatar going down. Another one rocking up, no rockets coming out, and he's in all sorts of trouble, being forced to sell off. Oh man, all Spectre's harvesters are over here stealing his Tiberium. That's ballsy. Obviously they're stealth and he can't see them. Another obelisk getting dropped down. It's too far away though. Can't reach these tanks. His Conyard is going to be destroyed. He's got a structure queued. It is a barracks. That's going to be his last structure, and he sells off for $5. Obviously it wasn't worth it. Might as well let it get destroyed. The engineer is actually running. He's even moving the engineer away from there. The avatar could try and crush, but no, he's going to continue to fire, and he will be destroyed. Any counter aggression? There's no counter aggression whatsoever. Enosh has really pushed back here. I can't believe Spectre has just come through with pure tanks there. And Enosh, oh, that doesn't really do anything to tanks, buddy. So this hasn't really done. I mean, there are some blowing up. There's something blowing up there. I'm not sure what happened. There's a war factory there. He doesn't have a what do you call it, a MCV yet, so he needs to keep one of these war factories alive. And this better be an avatar. He needs to get it out right now. And oh man, how close was that? He got the avatar out just as it's about to be destroyed. And now Spectre's in trouble. There's 4 avatars here, and there's only half dozen tanks left. And he will be pushed out of the base here, and I would imagine Enosh would be going for that obelisk. Is actually pretty crucial there to be able to defend that area. And you better watch out if Saboteur is going to be destroyed. But yeah, he needs to get an MCV out right now. He could just go all in and build as many units as he can, because Spectre has no expansion. His barracks just got dropped there, so he's down to 1 production structure. It's risky. If this war factory goes down, he's in trouble. He's got 4 avatars, and that's going to be massive. He can build more. He has a tech center that's powered down. I was going to say he could quickly build some beam cannons if he had tier 2 and double beam them. Not that cost effective depending on how much damage they can do, but he's got 4 of them, and that would be pretty interesting to see indeed. And he sold off the obelisk, so these harvesters are as good as dead if something rocks up there. And oh man, here we go. Spectre's just going to send these bikes in, and Enosh, I think he's paying for selling off that obelisk. Another MCV is out. He can rebuild obelisk as long as he powers back up his, what do you call it? Tech lab. Where are the avatars? They're way out of position. They're a long way away. and Spectre is just going to have a field day destroying as many harvesters as he can. He's only got 4 bikes, so he won't be able to destroy these all. The avatars are coming to save the day. There's 2 more bikes here. Another Hand of Nod comes in. Obviously, maybe trying to pump out an engineer, but there's a lot of militant squads here, and I don't think that's going to happen. No, it's going to be rocket squads. It's going to be rocket squads, and where is his MCV? It is here. I'm not sure why Spectre chose to expand here, considering there's no Tiberium. He's basically stolen about a third of this field himself. He could have expanded nicely over there, but hasn't. Oh, Scorpion Tank's moving through. He's got a heroic Scorpion Tank. Oh, man, and there goes the, what do you call it, the War Factory. The Conyard is in danger again. The avatars are moving back. Oh, man, don't Q move. Oh, he's got to leave some forces here. Spectre's going to move back in, and I think, there you go, he moves those guys there. He doesn't need all those forces to go down there to destroy these guys. He needs to watch out. That avatar's very dangerous. It can be overwhelmed. He doesn't want to lose his avatars, really. There's a heroic Scorpion Tank there. Oh, it's so powerful as well. And the avatar now, without the other avatars, and now he's realised he's got to get away. Oh, nice placement. Oh, he sold it off straight away. I was going to say, I saw nice placement. He's going to run around and get behind it. But he needs to watch out. I think Enosh needs to focus down these Scorpion Tanks. There's 2 elite ones there. Oh, that's going to be devastating. There's 2 elite ones on the verge of heroic. And he's firing at the heroic one first. I'm not sure that's a good idea. Unless he can actually overwhelm it and kill it, you shouldn't really fire it. Oh, it gets an elite one. He's going to be enjoying that. He's definitely going to be enjoying that. But Spectre is pushing forward again. He's got these bikes. He's getting money from somewhere. He's just leeching long range, and he's just making Enosh pay. Enosh is just being pushed on the back foot and off the aggression there. And that's big time. Considering he did so much damage down here before, and Spectre's base has just been untouched for the last 7 or 8 minutes here. And more harvesters being destroyed. There's 2 Scorpion Tanks here, but there's so many bikes. How many bikes has he got here? I can't even see how many bikes. He's got at least 14, 15 bikes that are getting destroyed now. These what do you call Scorpion Tanks. I really don't think he should have sold that obelisk. That could have been saving him big time here. But as soon as he moves his avatars back down here, those Scorpion Tanks are going to come back in, and Spectre's got him pincered. He needs to either split his force up, which is very risky with those heroic Scorpion Tanks, or just move everything down here. I think he could just move everything down here. Powers down his War Factory to save whatever it is that's coming out there. But I don't see any harvesters left. There is 1 harvester here for Enosh, selling off most of his base. He's moving his Conyard down here. This is good, because if he keeps his base condensed, he's fine. In fact, if he could get out a flame tank or something and put it onto the avatar, although he doesn't have tier 2, he doesn't really have much, does he? I mean, he could actually move his Conyard and just roll around and destroy everything Spectre has, because Spectre's only got the Scorpion Tanks. Oh man, this game is going to come down to the wire. I think Enosh has actually calmed down a little bit here. He's been split up a lot. Here come the tanks from Spectre. He really doesn't want to get that one heroic. He needs to deploy his Conyard before it gets fired at. He's losing his ref. That's his only ref, but he's going to get Spectre's Conyard. And he's even got Blackhand, a couple of militant squads, 2 Scorpion Tanks there. Is he going to lose his refinery? Here the bikes are coming in as well, and he is firing at that elite one. He needs to be careful. He doesn't want to engage that heroic one unless he can actually destroy it. And he just manages to get that Scorpion Tank back. That is massive. And these avatars, there are 5 avatars there, and Spectre's like, hey, I can't touch that. They're way too powerful now. There's just too many there. And he's actually got a veteran one, and he just manages to save his refinery. He should stop repairing it, because that's a waste of money. He's going for an engineer, good idea, but really stop repairing it, Enosh. Stop repairing it, you're wasting money. It's actually cheaper to put the engineer in it from the start there, and that's gonna really frustrate Spectre, because he spent so much time wearing that down, and now it's full health straight away. And he's going to move his Conyard. He realizes he can't stay here forever. Spectre is still stealing Tiberium from this area. That's just massive, isn't it? And he's got another Conyard out. This game's going to keep going. There's Tiberium over here. Enosh can actually go backwards and get these 2 fields, because there's quite a lot there. If he gets both fields there, he needs to watch out. Oh man, how did he get stuck out there? He split his forces up. And I mean, you'd think it'd be a good idea, but I mean, really, is he going to get the heroics? Oh, get the heroic Scorpion Tank. One more shot. One more shot. Shoot it. Yes, he gets it. Oh man, I'm right on edge here. He gets the heroic Scorpion Tank, and he gets the other elite one, and Spectre is hurting big time now. He really needed those to help him win the game. The heroic one could have made all the difference in the world. That avatar there is not going to be destroyed either. And yeah, Enosh actually needs to be careful he doesn't get stuck again with his entire base being destroyed. Oh man, his Conyard was under attack while deployed, or not deployed, undeployed. Has taken some serious damage, and he's dropping the Shredder turrets. That's going to help him clean up all these infantry squads. Scorpion Tanks coming in, but they are going to be annihilated by these avatars, and they're just going to completely destroy them. He may be able to snipe one more down as long as he can kill. Yeah, he snipes one more down, but I think Enosh is just going to focus fire these guys. So he's not focusing them down. There you go, focus. He's actually lost a 3rd avatar. Not quite. There we go. 3rd avatar goes down, and he's in all sorts of trouble now. He needs to destroy these last Scorpion Tanks. Oh man, this is big time. He can 3-shot them. And there you go. Oh, elite avatar. He's got an elite avatar. And if he gets that elite Scorpion Tank, that'll be a ton of XP. Oh man, an elite Scorpion Tank. would have been loads of XP. And you see the engineers trying to get the husk, but they're all destroyed. And that, come on, go heroic. Oh man, he wiped 3 or 4 more Scorp tanks, and he got an elite one. Units with veterancy give away more veterancy, so that elite Scorpion tank would have given away a ton of veterancy. And oh man, he needs to get some repairs on that. Oh, it's going to be destroyed. Oh, that's going to be bad. That is going to be very bad. Is it going to go down? It does go down, and Enosh is just reeling now. Oh man, he needs to reclaim that. What happened to his engineer? His engineer must have been destroyed. Not destroyed, killed. You know, destroy engineers. But yeah, look at that. Spectre's just going to wait there with the harvester and run him down. And Spectre now just pumping out more and more tanks. He's only got one more avatar to deal with, and I think Enosh has realised, hey, I can't really stay here. He's getting fired out from the rear armor. They can't reverse move, which is bad. And oh man, Enosh, oh, this is bad. He's got nothing left. Spectre has held out. How did he hold out against that? I mean, it's not completely over. What's happening down here? Just militant squads. And Spectre somehow, I really like to see the resource graph after this, but yeah, Enosh, he had a really powerful attack force, and I think he didn't focus down too well. Spectre just was like, hey, I'm not going to be on the back foot all game. I'm just going to keep attacking, regardless of the economical situation here. And he has destroyed the last husk. That's all of Enosh's units. Enosh has got nothing left. That's it. That is it for Enosh. What can he possibly hope? He's just sold his Conyard off, and he cannot rebuild that. He only has a barracks, a refinery, and a power plant, and 1 harvester. And I think Spectre is going to amazingly come through for a victory here. Does he have an expand? No, he's got his Conyard. It's just been sitting over here, spending every inch of money on his tanks. He's actually got 2 war factions. He could probably sell one of them off. And here we go. Enosh has some rocket troopers here, but they're not going to be able to stand up to that. And yes, Enosh must have surrendered there. He may have well uploaded that replay. That's why it just ended suddenly. But oh man, there's the resources graph. Let's let that far through. 20 minutes 37 seconds. That was a crazy good game. 0.9 to 1.10. So there you go. Spectre getting a heads up there on the kill death ratio. Surprisingly, since he had more units, I believe. Units created 126. So there you go. Oh geez, clicking on too many stuff there. He had 126 units to 103, and he still killed more. So that was probably bad. Enosh did go for the tech path at the end. Couldn't get the Redeemer out. Got a lot of avatars out, but they got split up. And I think he could have microed a little bit better there. He needed some repairs down there for sure. That would have been a world of that would have been way better. But yeah, I can't believe that Spectre held off the avatar push. Well done to him being aggressive there. Enosh really could have just destroyed him right then and there, but somehow he made that win. Nice final fight there. And let's go back to the resources graph. There you go. This is obviously where he got hit with the 1 click. No, the 1 click may have been at the 10-minute mark. Although I'm not sure. No, it maybe have been at the 6-minute mark. It could have been there, but I mean, Spectre was leeching for so long, and there you go. eXs.iLLusion, his yeah, the what do you call it? The catalyst would have been around here for sure, because Enosh was denied his expansion for so long by Spectre's tanks just keeping his main base busy, and then all of a sudden Enosh just jumped up when he got his expansion there. He was so far ahead of Spectre. He really should have closed that battle out, but I mean, the unit mix there, his Scorpion tank army got annihilated by Spectres, considering he had a slightly better position for most of that fight, and then right at the last second he just rushed forward, and Spectre got the best positioning ever and just wiped all those tanks. So really, he should have been a little bit more careful there, not paying out Enosh at all there, because he did play an extremely nice game. Both players did very well. Structures tab is obviously wrong. There we go. There you go. There's that Scorpion tank fight. And obviously you can see, like, bang, he lost probably about 40% more tanks than what Spectre did there. You can see Spectre drops down as well, but yeah, definitely about 40-45% more tanks lost on Enosh's half in that battle. That was quite bad. So there you go. Obviously Spectre selling off all his tech structures to get that, to get all those tanks, and it was up and down, Enosh actually ahead, but it was probably mostly infantry units there. But yeah, I like the avatar play, but I really felt he could have closed the game out with the avatars for sure. But well done to Spectre there. Well done to what do you call it, Enosh. They played a brilliant game there. They cannot be. They should both be very happy with that game. 132,569 to Enosh. 121,555 to Spectre. So what do we got? 11 grand. We have 11,000 in favor of Enosh, and in a 20-minute game, it's probably only just a noticeable advantage in terms of economy there. So surprisingly, but that's not what gets me. Is the fact that that's at the end of the game. If you look here, this is the end of the game. That's where the 11,000 gap is. Can you imagine how big it was out here? That's probably about a $30,000 gap, probably more, probably $35,000 gap around about here. and Enosh couldn't close it out there. I felt he shouldn't have sold off that obelisk when he lost all those harvesters, but again, it was a very pressure-filled game. A lot of decisions you have to make very fast. You cannot blame either player there. Scorpion Tank, favourite unit of both sides. Anyway, that was a fantastic game. Stay tuned to my channel. Look out for the Hall of Fame Revival series. It has got more coming straight up after this very soon. Anyway, I'm Green Zero. Hope you all enjoyed that VOD, and I will see you all next time.